Hello everyone and welcome back to Polly's Pretties. It may have been a little bit, but we were dealing with some sickness and some other just real life BS. Um, the physical therapy nurse and the OT therapy nurse that came to see mom, the main nurse for that came, and when she came she had a cold, and now my daughter got the cold and I've seemed to catch at least part of it. Um, so that's where that has been. And then our tenant upstairs decided to move out without telling us, and they didn't take the lock off the door, and they didn't give us a key, and they did a fly-by-night move, so there's still a ton of stuff upstairs we gotta clean up and clean out. And, like I said, BS. So that's where we're at. But I wanted to come and show you some beautiful mail. It's swap mail that I have from Miss Lori over at PeteyPieDesigns. And I'm not going to show you the front of the bag because it's got addresses, but it came in this beautiful envelope here, and she did decorate the front of it for me. The back looks kind of plain. It's brown, but that's okay. Brown is good. And if I can get it out of the bag, maybe. Okay, I think maybe I got it all out of the bag. And I'm going to set that bag over there because there's some stickers on the front of that I want to chop off. I'm crazy, right? But it's alright. So let's start with the fun goodies, and then I'll show you the big swap. So she sent me some beautiful stickers, and I know these came from Michael's because they're recollections, and I've never had these. So I am super stoked. I really am. I love those. I think they're neat. So I can't wait to play with those. And then I've never had these either. Of course, these are the Paper Studio, and they're poinsettias. But look how beautiful. So yeah, these are going to go with some ideas I still have brewing, and they'll probably be used for next year, not this year, because we're doing Harry Potter. So, and then look at these. I'm going to do it like this so you can actually see how beautiful those are. Look at the beautiful ornaments. That's just, I love these. I'm a sticker nut. I really am. I love stickers. I go out and see stickers and I buy them because I think they're cute. And then they sit in a drawer collecting dust. Well, hopefully not anymore. Anyway, there's some beautiful Santas that she sent. And then, oh, don't fall off there. And here's some more beautiful Santas, and I love these because they're with reindeers and fireplaces and everything. So there's the stickers. And they didn't have to be part of the swap. These were just extra goodies. And then, let me get in here. She sent me a blue ton of these gorgeous silver bows, which I plan to use. Yes, I do. I've got, like, ideas brewing. My head's just all kinds of spinny-winny. And then she was very gracious and sent me 3 rolls of, well, I'm going to call it 2 rolls of ribbon and 1 roll of trim. This one says Merry Christmas, and it has like bluish teal snowflakes, which I love. So I have an idea for that already. It's going to go over here in the hidey pile. I also have an idea for this one already, because yeah, it's teal and it's got the peppermints. I hate peppermint, it makes me sick. Any kind of mint makes me sick. So, unfortunately, I don't get to enjoy those. And then this is like a pom-pom trim. It's like pink and red and really pretty. It looks like there's silver specks through it. So it's real pretty. And then, as if she didn't do enough, she says, oh, I didn't do that much. Yeah, I knew better. This I have to be careful with because I almost dumped this when I opened the packaging and didn't realize there's a snowman. She made me a pokey tool. I had to stop and think. I was thinking pin. Let me see if I can get that in there so you can see a bit. See a bit more. There's the snowman. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? But it's a pokey tool. So I'm going to have so much fun with that guy. And then she sent some beautiful washi. I don't know where she got this, but it's really cute. But there's this one. I don't know if you can see the little animals. I think that's adorable. I just love that to pieces. And then there's this cute little one. I think they're all supposed to be cats. I think. But they all have like their little outfit on. It's cute. Then she sent me one that says ho 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 and has the Santa face. It's really sweet and cute, and it's teal colored. It's actually not that really dark green that they usually use. And then this just, I don't know, this hit me for some reason. It is a dark green, but it's got the gold on it, and it's all Christmas designed element pieces on it. Santa hats, bows, angels. It's really beautiful. I mean, it is. It's beautiful. And then, like, that's not all. She like I said, she went overboard here. Let me see if I can get these out there because I don't want to just throw everything on the desk here. Some of this I'm going to ask if she made because it is so stinking cute. Get this out of here. Okay. There are 3 of these large green clips that I can use for like backpack clips or like chunky charm clips and stuff. So there's 3 of those that I can use, which that will be fun. I've been looking at some chunky charms for things. Then she also sent me 3 of these real pretty white ones. And white goes with anything. And then she sent me this one, which is, I'm keeping this, so this ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, it might get clipped on one of my necklaces and stay there. Because it's a little light bulb one, and then there's a little jingle bell. And I think that's adorable. And then there's 4. Are these all the same? Yeah, okay. There's 4 of these guys. And I think they're stinking adorable. I love those. I'm sitting here debating if I thought I could get away with making a set of earrings. Like I need more jewelry, like I need a woolen head. Oh. I think if I put any more jewelry in that bedroom right now, my husband's going to shoot me. And then she did something that I know this cost a fortune. And Lori, if I was close, I'd kick your behind. Because even though this is beautiful and I'm thankful to have it, this was just beyond everything, girl. It's a Gina K design die set. And it's got all the pieces in here to make this little winter wonderland. And I'm thankful for it. I am. I can't say I'm not. I'm thankful for it, but I know they're expensive. So, thank you so much, Lori. Let me put my goodies back in my bag because I don't want to lose any of these. I've been trying to keep everything where it came. And that pokey tool is just, yeah, I love that. Me and that pokey tool are going to get friendly. I have a feeling at Christmas I'm going to need a pokey tool. Oh, no. Yikes. There we go. Now I got to hold them again a little bit better so it's not falling all over. And I'll put my little bows back in because I don't want nothing to happen to those. I want to use those. Come on, work with me, please. Thank you. The ribbon I'm going to leave sit out because I'll probably be getting into that here in a little while. And now for the pièce de résistance. She made a beautiful, beautiful tassel on here. But we swapped composition books and we had to alter them. And look at that tassel. Look at that. I can sit here and just play with the tassel all day. She could have sent me a tassel and I'd have been happy. And that's sadly the truth. It's sadly the truth. She could have just sent the tassel and I would have been happy. I'd have sat here and played with the tassel all day. But the book is decorated and she even did the back cover. I love that little snowman with his hot chocolate. I think that's so cute. I'm going to try my best to show you this book because she really did something in here. Let me tell you. Okay, so here is the front cover. There's a pocket she put. My finger won't go the right way. She put this beautiful tree. Then there's some beautiful cutouts in here. There's a lot too. Like if I have to lay it down to pull them out. We'll do that in a little bit. Then there's a beautiful glitter page. Now, I did not do glitter pages when I'm just going to be honest with you because I don't have a whole lot of glitter paper. Plus, the last glitter paper I tried to glue down to something, we didn't have a good time. So she made these beautiful pockets. Look at these. beautiful pockets. And she filled the pockets. Ooh. And then she left some places blank so you could write. And then on some of the pages, like down at the bottom of this one, I'm trying to get up there so you can see it. There's beautiful stamps. I love that little bird stamp. I don't know where you got that, Lori, but that is adorable. And then, like, here's little elf. Oh, there we go. There we are. Little elves. I think that's so cute. And then some of the pages, there have stickers, like at the top of this one, it has a snowflake. And I think this book is gorgeous. I do. I don't care. I love it. And here's a beautiful gingerbread man. And Gingy's all the way. Yes, sir. And I do. I love it. I think this book is so pretty. And then here's a beautiful snowman. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. And like I said, she left pages to write to so that, you know, you could write stuff down. This stamp, I don't know where you got it, but if you ever run across another one, I would love to have it. You just tell me how much. That stamp is so cute. That reindeer always get me. I don't know why. And I even like real life reindeer, so that's scary. I'm trying to show you all the pages that are decorated, but I'm trying to be careful so I don't mess anything up either. Okay, there we go. And then there's this page, which has the gold pocket and then the whole gold page. Look at that page. I love that page. I like the pockets too, but I love the page. And she's got some like old-fashioned, let me see if I can get this up there. She's got some old-fashioned like ornaments here on this gold page. And man, are they pretty. And then, of course, gold page to back. And then there's Santa Claus down there with a reindeer. And then here's a beautiful tree stamp she did. I think that's gorgeous. And then look at this belly band. This made me giggle the minute I saw it. Why? Because I think it's cute. And then here's that cute little snowman again. Down here on the bottom. And then up here is another sticker. It's a snowflake, but it's a different like size one. And come on. Come on, fingers. Don't fail me now. Here's the gingerbread guy. Here is, no, come on, fingers. Here are the elves again. And this might be a slightly longer video, but I wanted you to see how beautiful this book was. Here's that pretty bird. I just love that bird. I don't have a bird like that. I'm going to have to start looking around for cute, Christmassy little stamps like that. Well, come on, fingers. Here we go. And then here's another one of the bigger snowflake. Oops, almost lost it there. There it is. Bigger snowflake sticker. And then here's the reindeer again. Oh, I always forget which way my camera is facing, so I have to figure out how to move the page into view. And then here's a beautiful green glitter pocket with a red glitter page. I think that's gorgeous. And like I said, she put goodies in every pocket. Okay, no kidding. Then here's the back, and then there's, go that way. There's Santa. I love Santa. I think he's cute. Maybe it's because I have watched the story of Santa Claus before. There's the tree stamped. And then here's the gingerbread guy. And then we go to another pocket. There's a side pocket. And it has a Santa Claus down here. There we go. Then we have, oh, stop that. Then we have the reindeer again. Yeah, there we go. Reindeer again. Sorry, I'm having trouble with direction today, it seems. And then we have our pretty bird on the branch again. And forgive me if my voice cuts out. And then there's the tree again. I love how she did this book. I do. Mine is definitely different. I hope she likes it. Um, there's the gingerbread man. Mine is not in the mail yet because I had to wait on something to get here that I was using. I ran out and, well, had to get more. So, here's the snowman. Oh, there's the snowman. There's the snowman. There we go. Boy, me in my direction. Then we have the beautiful bird again. And then we have a snowflake here at the top. I like those snowflakes. Those are pretty. And then we have our snowman again. Oh, this way. There we go. And then we have the reindeer. Hey, I did it right that time. And then we get to the back, which also has like a diagonal pocket and a bunch of goodies in it. Oh, sorry, put it like that. And of course, there's her emblem and name for her channel. And then we close it, and here's the back of our gorgeous book. And I am just blown away. That is beautiful. Like, that's a lot of work. It is. It's a lot of work. Mine doesn't look like hers, but I'm hoping that she'll like mine. Like I said, I had to wait to get something here because I ran out. So the book is done, but I had to finish fitting a certain thing, and I can't really talk a lot about it. I don't want to show any part of it. I want her to do that when, if she feels like doing that when she gets it. So yeah, I really hope she'll like how I did it and what I did. And I mean, it's been forever in a coon's age since I tried to do one of these. So Lori, I'm warning you now, it's not perfect, girl. I did my best, but it has been forever. I'm going to have to practice up. So yeah, but I tried. I mean, I tried using all kinds of pretty stuff, so hopefully you like it. But I'll show you, if you want me to, you just tell me and I will show you all the little ephemera pieces in here because they are beautiful as well. I'm so, like, about this tassel. I don't know why stuff like that catches my attention, but it does. Like, I just love it. I think it's so neat. I love this green ribbon. I think that's so pretty. But that I had to come and show you this because her and I had talked about this swab, and I said, well, okay, mail it out December 6th. That way, I knew I could have my check here to mail mine out. Because I always run mine directly down to the mailbox, or to the post office, because my mailbox, sometimes they pick stuff up. So I wanted to make sure I showed all the beautiful work she did and all the beautiful gifts she sent. And I'm telling you what, I think she outdid herself. I really do. I love it. And you know what? That's going to get saved for next year because since we're doing Harry Potter this year, this is going to be my next year one. And I think I'm going to use it as a December daily. Yeah. I think I'm going to make that my December daily. I think I'm going to write down everybody's Christmas list in it. I think I'm going to write down, just all kinds of information and stuff, and just because Lori started thinking about next year. I know. We're not even there this year, Polly. What are you doing? I can't, like, how do I explain it? I can't not be busy, I guess, is my thing. I gotta have something going all the time. Whether I'm on camera doing it, or whether I'm not doing it on camera, or whether I'm making it for somebody else, or whether, because, like, I'm working right now on my daughter's African that I've been working on for 3 years because I just can't seem to get there. Um, and for a while, I didn't have any yarn because our Walmart was carrying the ugliest stuff I've ever seen. Um, and I'm trying to make hers all like bright or pastel colors, like not the dark stuff. And so I've been really trying to put some work on that now. I was doing decorations for my kitchen and the gingerbread stuff. Plus, like I said, with the tenant moving out, we got to get up there, we got to get it cleaned up. Then I'm going to have to rent a shampooer and shampoo all the carpets up there. And we have been going back and forth with ideas because this used to be one house. And then when my father-in-law bought it, he turned it into a duplex. Well, when we moved here back almost 40 years ago, it seems, we lived upstairs for a while. It was just my husband, myself, my son. And then when I got pregnant for my daughter, we knew, that there's no way. We don't have enough space up here. This isn't going to work. So we had tenants down here in the area I'm in now. Now, that did not have the addition. We didn't have the deck, and the yard was not fenced. Well, they decided they were going to move because the two of them actually split up. Fortunately, technically. And when they moved, we moved down here. And then shortly after we moved down here, we put the great room on, we did our deck, and we fenced the entire yard. Yeah, lots of work. And then we have lived down here over 30 years. Yeah, a long time to be in one place. And we're sitting here contemplating now, like, do we re-rent the upstairs? Because there's work to be done. I mean, it's going to take us probably a few months to get it all straightened back up and back to running condition. I mean, we're going to have to go, we have to scrub walls, we have to scrub the carpets. We got to clean everything that's up there out. I got to clean the whole porch off, and there's a metal shed that she put on the porch in pieces, so I'm going to have to do that. It's just a lot of work. And like I said, we have to change the door, the complete door. We have to change the locks. There's just so much. And so we've been talking about, do we rent it again once we get it fixed up? Or are we just going to say, no thank you, and turn it back into one whole house? Because if we turn it back into one whole house, it will give us storage rooms so that we don't have to try to stuff our stuff into a dank, dark, unfinished basement. Or out into a very cold, very drafty, door broken garage. And we're just like, maybe it's time for it to be one whole house again. It just, there's a lot of ways that it makes sense to turn it back into one whole house because we pay all the utilities here anyway. There's no split in the utilities. So yeah, that's another thing that we're like, well. And then when we talked about splitting it and heard what all they have to do to split them, we're not ready for that. We're not ready for that. So I'm coming, because as it is, I have to fix our furnace so that it'll work the rest of this year and hopefully further because it's not that old. But I've got to fix it. And there's just, always upkeep, always upkeep. So we're kind of in a debate stage at the moment. And I said, well, we got time to debate. I said, because we got to get up there, clean it out, scrub it down, get a carpet scrubber. And you can't really scrub carpets in the winter. That's just they don't dry right. So I figure we'll end up wiping walls down and cleaning everything out of there and scrubbing everything down, like counters and everything, and get that part done before hopefully the snow flies. And then when spring happens, we'll rent a carpet cleaner and do the carpets upstairs and go from there. And see what happens. But yeah, I mean, this is all things that have happened just this month, and so it's been hectic. It's been crazy. Plus, we had, like I said, physical therapy come in for mom. We had occupational therapy come in for mom. Nurses have been coming in for mom, and they've come every day except Friday. And it's like, with me having people to come in for me, now I got people to come in for mom. We don't get a break. And I mean, there's still the visits that you have to go to that doctor's office, like the eye doctors and stuff like that. And now they want mom to go for an X-ray because on her hip because they think that all the cartilage is gone and that it's just bone grinding on bone. So we gotta get that all scheduled and done. And then they were talking physical therapy for me to see if it would help the knees. Now the thing is, my doctor's being kind of weird about it. He's like, I don't want him touching your back because my back is a mess. I saw the X-rays, and I'm not even gonna try to deny that. My back's an atrocious mess between car wrecks that I've been in. Not that I was driving. I don't drive. Never have. But I've been in plenty of car wrecks as a passenger and gotten pretty hurt. And then I've took quite a few nasty falls. I've had high ankle sprains like football players get, where you have to wear the ugly boot that goes all the way from your toes all the way to your hip. I almost broke one of my legs. I was literally that close. There's just been a lot, a lot over the years. And I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I mean, I'm 53. I know to some people that seems like a baby. But, he's like, he wants to look at getting me to have more comfort with my knees than I do because they do hurt quite a lot. But he doesn't want him touching my back to do anything because my back is such a scary spot. I mean, I don't like to say it, but we've even talked about fusing my spine. And I would have basically no mobility. I would be pretty rigid. I'd be able to move my arms this way or this way, but I myself couldn't turn like this. I couldn't turn like that. I wouldn't be able to bend. So I'm putting that off as long as I can put that off. I'd rather go to my grave moving. And right now I walk through the house. I don't like use my chair in the house at all. So hoping to keep that as is. But he was saying that he thinks there's arthritis in my knee on top of my fibromyalgia. And that maybe if PT came, they could at least ease the pain because I can't take pain medication. So I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do yet. He's looking over things and re-looking at x-rays to see how bad things really are in the knees. So we'll see. I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I'm not ready for that. I got too many ideas, too many plans, too many things I want to do. I ain't ready for that. So, but that's what's going on. And like I said, I still, and this is gonna sound crazy. Normally, to get into my house, there's only like 6 steps, and that about kills me because steps and me are not friends. With my back and legs the way they are, too many steps and I'm done. Well, I've been trying to climb up the front part of the house's steps, and there's 8 steps on the outside, then across the porch, and it's probably like 6, 8 steps across the porch, and then you go up a step, and then you turn, and then you go up 35 steps to get to where the apartment flat part is. So anytime I go upstairs to do any cleaning, that's what I gotta traverse. And it takes me a very long time to get up there. Then I have to rest a good while. And then coming down is even worse because the steps are really steep. It's just the way they were made. Uh, and so it's, it's something that's going to take a little bit. We're not going to have it all cleaned up in one day. So plus the hubby works 5 days a week. Um, so it's very slow, but it's going. But that's where we've been. That's what we're doing, and we're just trying to work through it and get things done. I think that's all we can do anyway. And we were talking to the people who did the bathroom for us to see if we do take over the whole house again and make it a whole house again, which means opening up some walls. Pardon me, I'm so sorry. Mm. Um, if they would possibly be willing to help us put in a stair lift, or if they would put in a stair lift so that I would have the ability to go upstairs easier, knowing how bad my back and legs are. Because the stairs, like I said, I make one trip, I'm done. It just kills me. So we're looking and working and figuring and all that kind of stuff. And I've been, like I said, trying to finish an African star for my daughter 3 years ago. I'm not so fast at crochet anymore. I've got to get better at that. Um, and I was looking at some crochet patterns for some. I like cardigans, like the open front cardigans. And I was looking at one. It's made of granny squares and it has sunflowers on it, which I think would be beautiful for fall. So I may try to make one of those for myself, maybe one for my daughter if she wants one. Um, and then they had a granny square sweater. It's a sweater, but it's all like a big granny square that you make. And it's got longer like sleeves and stuff. And I was looking at that. Um, and I was looking at just some odds and ends stuff like that you can make. And there's a cute little I call it a tassel cap. I guess everybody else knows it as a beanie. Um, so I was looking at a couple of those because we do get some pretty nasty weather here. And of course, I make scarves. Excuse me. Wow, my throat. And so I was looking at patterns for those. And then I was thinking, well, my legs kind of get chilly. So what about some leg warmers? I know they're an old school thing, like back from the 80s. But you know what? If it helps keep your legs warmer, why not, right? So they have crocheted leg warmers I was looking at too to possibly get a pattern for and make some. And of course, I'm going to try my hand at doilies, but mine are going to be yarn because me and thread do not get along. That stuff just tangles so easy, and unless there's some magical way to keep it from tangling, nope. So, but anyway, that's where we are. That's what we're doing, and that was my beautiful swap from Miss Lori at PeteyPieDesigns, and I've been running my mouth too long now. But I figured you guys needed to know where I was and why I haven't even been saying hello, because I feel like I've been very rude. But I'm not trying to be rude, guys. Just trying not to get any sicker than I have been, because it's all up in here. And that's where it seems to be on my daughter as well, other than she's got a cough, which it's loose, but it's still here. You can hear it. So we're trying to get over it since the nurses brought it to us. And then this week with Thanksgiving, my hubby has to work Thanksgiving. He didn't get Thanksgiving off this year, which that's okay. I mean, I'm not thrilled with it, but like I said, I'd rather him work Thanksgiving and maybe have Christmas off. So I ain't complaining. And it ain't like I haven't ever cooked a Thanksgiving meal before. I mean, get real. So, and we got all of the fixings out there for Thanksgiving. So, yeah, baby, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for. Here's the funny thing. I got to tell you this real quick. I'm so ready for Thanksgiving to be here, done, and over. Because why? I want to take all the autumn decorations that I have and Thanksgiving decorations that I have up down and pack them away again. Because I'm so excited for Christmas this year. I know I sound Lulu, but I'm so excited for Christmas this year. I am. I feel like a little kid. I feel like a little kid back home. Because I've got some good sneaky surprises in there for the hubby. I've got some good sneaky surprises in there for my daughter. I've got some goodies in there for Brownie. And I've got even a few sneaky surprises for my mother-in-law. So I'm super excited. Super excited. Can't wait. So I feel like a little kid. And I'm having a hard time keeping the one surprise from my husband. I'm really having a hard time with it. I want to like give it to him now, but I can't. So it's like, hey. But I'm just, I'm ecstatic for Christmas this year. Why? Because I'm crazy. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. And now you know. And of course, I want to thank you, Lori, again for all the beautiful goodies. I'm still just oohing and eyeing the tassel. I know that sounds nuts, right? But I like it. I love the tassel. I love the stickers. I love the book. I love all the goodies. I'm telling you, thank you so very much. And I do have yours ready. I just got to get down to the post office as soon as I get paid and get it mailed out to you. So it is coming. I'm not kidding. It is coming. I keep my word. And I'm just going to hope that you like it. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I got major cleanup to do. I haven't been in this craft room in a few days, and I can tell it. I see it. This room needs help. So, I'm going to try to give it at least a little help today before I have to go out and get ready for tomorrow. Bleh. I'm going to be Garfield. Can we keep Monday from coming? I think I'd be a good Garfield, because considering that I like lasagna as well, so, yeah. I'm just not orange. We could probably fix that, too. But anyway, until next time, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Yes, I'm serious about that. Please remember, smile. Makes people wonder what you're up to. Hug someone. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. If you're not married, it could be your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your fiance. It could be your best friend. It could be your mom, your dad, your uncle, your cousin. Your cousin's cousin 3 times removed. Okay? Hug a lawyer, for heaven's sake. Hug somebody. It's good for you. It's good for them. It's medically proven. Then, above all else, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy to the very best of your ability. That doesn't mean be perfect. That means to the best of your given ability. And if you do that, there's nothing anyone else can ask. There's not. Because if you're giving your 100%, no matter what that is, then nobody else can ask anymore. But thank you, my friends, for being here, for watching, and for taking part in the channel. I hope to talk with you again soon, and I really do this time. And hopefully this cold and everything will have vacated. So I'm going to cross my fingers. Send a little noise up to the folks upstairs who matter. And we'll see how it goes. And again, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.